The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit has dismissed the CNMI Retirement Fund's appeal of a district court order. We speak with attorneys on opposite sides of the case. In August 2009, attorney Bruce Jorgensen filed a lawsuit on behalf of two unnamed plaintiffs seeking enforcement of the $231 million judgment awarded to the fund and other equitable relief. The fund filed a motion to dismiss, and in January 2010, then District Court Judge Alex Monson declined to dismiss and instead imposed a 60-day stay to allow time for CNMI Superior Court and other interested parties to seek satisfaction of the judgment. The fund appealed Monson's order. That appeal was finally heard this month. Attorney Brad Huesman relates the grounds of his appeal.
The argument for the Ninth Circuit was an extremely narrow argument, and it dealt with whether or not the board and the fund and the three trustees who are named in their official capacities could be sued or not. And that was the argument, whether or not you can even sue them as stated.
However, the appellate court in the Ninth Circuit said that there was no finality in the district court's order, and therefore they had no jurisdiction to hear the appeal. Attorney Bruce Jorgensen explains.
The Funds Council maintained that an order issued by Judge Monson back in January of 2010 constituted a final and appealable order. We maintained, of course, that that was not a final order because Judge Monson clearly had intimated, both in that ruling and in subsequent orders, that he intended to continue his oversight of the case and that the case would proceed.
Huesman does not agree with the Ninth Circuit's decision.
We felt we had a right to appeal. We believe we have a right to appeal. The Ninth Circuit has actually ruled on this issue. We respectfully disagree with the Ninth Circuit. The Ninth Circuit viewed didn't get to the merits of the appeal, whether or not we are persons. The Ninth Circuit ruled that the appeal wasn't, to use a legal term, right yet. They didn't have jurisdiction. It wasn't a final order.
He relates his action steps going forward.
I believe that the district court didn't deny the motion to dismiss, it just put a stay in place. It's back down in the district court, and we'll continue to vigorously present our case. Whether or not we're persons, the court hasn't ruled on that yet. Whether or not there's even a claim here, there's an issue to that. We'll litigate that. We'll litigate a whole bunch of things. I mean, the lawsuit contains claims for violation of due process, property rights. We don't think that there are any due process violations there. So we'll present those facts and law to the court, and the court will decide.
Meanwhile, Jorgensen says the fund is misusing time and resources.
It seems to me that the Fund Council, particularly Mr. Huesman, has spent the last 2 years wasting time and funds in a direction diametrically opposite to that he expressed to the panel. That is, they've made every effort to keep this from the federal court, despite the fact that, as the panel recognizes, the federal court can enforce the judgment, whereas the local court has limited ability, if any, to enforce the judgment.
And there are now 2 retirement fund cases in federal court. Attorney Jorgensen says that he's taking steps to consolidate them.